Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make the fluffiest dough ever that you can use in pastries, you can use in pizza. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Tsp. Let's start. I'm going to prepare a huge amount of the dough because I want to freeze them. But if you want to prepare it for immediate use, and 2-3 cups would be enough, so you can just divide the recipe that I will give you today. So for this recipe we need 1 tablespoon of instant yeast. This is the one that I'm using is quick rise, because I'm not a patient person. I need something that is quickly done. Then we add one tablespoon of sugar, granulated sugar, and half a cup of warm water. The water should be warm, not hot, because if it's hot, the yeast will not rise. If it's cold, it will take a lot of time for the yeast to rise. We just mix it and leave it aside. For the dough, for this recipe, we need 5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, after adding the salt, we add 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. This is what makes the dough very fluffy. We mix it. Then we add 2 eggs. We mix the egg. Then we add half a cup of almond milk. You can use regular milk as well. I just like almond milk, the taste of it, so I always use almond milk. Then we add the yeast. Look how the yeast has risen up. I usually separate the yeast. Sometimes you can see in videos that they put the dry yeast all the way into the flour, but I always separate it, because sometimes if you have left the lid open, the yeast it loses its effect and it doesn't rise properly. So I always make sure to put the yeast, sugar and some warm water aside to see that my yeast is rising, and then add it in the dough, because at the end, if you find out that your dough is not rising, it's too late. But this way, if you see that the yeast is not rising, then you can change your yeast and use another one. We just pour as is into the flour. Then we start adding warm water, 1/4 cup at a time. For the 5 cups of flour, you need around 2 cups of warm water. But sometimes if you accidentally put more water, then you can add a bit more flour, or vice versa. For a final step, we add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I will add some olive oil on my hands also to be able to knead the dough properly. I usually start kneading the dough and just mixing it first with the spoon so that my hands are not sticky with the dough. Just for the last step, I knead it with my hands to have the right consistency and to have all the flour incorporated into the dough. Then I add 1 more tablespoon of olive oil. And let my dough rise for 20 to 30 minutes by covering it with a towel. How fluffy this dough is. Since I'm not going to use it for today, I will wrap it in Ziploc and put it in the freezer. This way I will have dough that is ready, and whenever I have surprise guests or whenever I need to prepare some pastries, I can use this dough at any time. I just need to take it off the fridge or the freezer half an hour earlier. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Seema's Way. Later on, we will show you in other videos how to use this dough to prepare some yummy pastries. Thank you.